This is the bender serve.
For this first clip, you're watching what a normal serve looks like going over the net. Pay attention to the height difference when you see the bender serve. That's what's so great about this serve, is the fact that you can hit it so much higher, because it's a lot easier to hit a deep serve that's low than it is to hit a deep serve that is high. And that's exactly what you're getting with this serve.
Definitely the coolest serve in all of pickleball, and should be your go-to if you're looking to get insane amounts of topspin on your serve. Let's hop into it. So the inventor of this serve is Quang Duong, and he's one of the top pickleball players in the entire world because he has such a good serve and such good ground strokes. So on the singles side, he's top 5, just basically because of that. He just barely beat Ben Johns in a tournament. So let's start by teaching you guys how to get into his grip so that we can create insane amount of spin. But before we do that, I want to show you guys one of the main differences, and hopefully this picks it up on camera. But if I just hit a normal serve with continental grip, I can still get insane spin and it drops last second. But with this serve, you'll notice the arc on the ball is a lot higher and the amount of drop on the ball is a lot higher, just because of that extra amount of spin. You can see that it actually drops down. So without further ado, let's learn this serve, starting with how we hold the grip. So the way that we find that semi-Western grip, so we're gonna turn our paddle totally horizontal like this onto its butt. And then as you can see, it's an 8-sided octagon shape. This very top bevel is bevel number 1. We're gonna move to bevel number 2. It's that second bevel right there. And we're gonna align the inside of our index knuckle as well as the bottom of our palm right here, as if there was just a Sharpie drawing a line right here. We're gonna align it right here with that second bevel. Okay, so once that is aligned, we're in the correct grip. What that's gonna do is put our paddle face downwards so that we can create or impart a ton of spin on the ball. Because if my paddle face is open like this, as we saw before, I won't be able to create as much spin. One quick note, you can actually go beyond that semi-Western to a full Western and get your paddle face almost like this, okay, to where it's like way farther down, but you're probably gonna end up hurting your elbow. So I don't suggest going that far, but you can definitely experiment with it in the future. Just make sure that you perfect this second bevel first with this semi-Western grip. This video is sponsored by Titan. I absolutely love this ball machine, and I could not suggest another ball machine more than this one. Something that I love about it is the fact that it has a built-in app with built-in drills, so that you can just get on the court and start drilling. You don't have to go mess with your spin, your feed, or the speed of the ball. You just get on the app, click the drill that you want to do, and then click start drilling. It's literally that simple, which is absolutely awesome. You're not gonna get that with any other ball machine. If you wanna pick one of these up, they're $100 off through my link, which I'll link right here. It also goes to support the page. So if you enjoy this kind of content and wanna see more of it, and you're in need of a ball machine, go ahead and pick one up through that link. Okay, now let's learn the actual motion. So the first thing that you're gonna do is take note that you're gonna be holding your arm out here to toss the ball or drop the ball. You're then going to point the outside edge of your paddle towards the side fence, okay? And then as you pull forward to hit your shot, you're gonna point it towards the back fence. So it goes just like that. And all that I'm simply doing is cocking my wrist backwards as I do that. Okay, you absolutely need to do this to create the power necessary to get the ball to travel where it needs to go. So side fence to back fence, and then I'm acting like I'm pulling a rope, okay, from behind me towards my opponent. And I wanna keep my butt cap facing towards my opponent or towards the net for as long as possible. Okay, that's gonna create the ultimate amount of power for us to then whip through the shot and create all that spin. You can't have spin unless you have power. You have to have some acceleration through the ball. So tip towards the side fence, tip towards the back fence, pull the rope, and now we've made it to here. We're then gonna create a windshield wiper as we come up the ball. And we wanna think shave, okay? We wanna think that we're taking the hairs off of the ball. If it had hairs on it, we would be taking the hair off the ball, coming up the back side of it, and then we're gonna finish by making our elbow our nose. So side fence, back fence, pull the rope, windshield wipe. It's as simple as that. The more shave that we get on the ball, the more spin that it's gonna impart. If we come in and contact the ball hard, then we're not gonna create enough spin to bring the ball back down. The only way that we're going to create that spin is by shaving up it. So now that you have the grip and you have the motion, here's one quick tip that will save you a ton of time on your serve. So very first time that you do it, like I said before, you're just gonna hit it and it's gonna go directly into the ground, if not the net. So you wanna picture that the net is actually 5 times, and I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating, 5 times higher than it really is. So if you can see that back fence right there, I want to act like the net is as high as that back fence and I have to hit it over the back fence. Now for me, I've already done this serve so many times that I don't have to think that anymore, but when I initially practiced it, that's what I'd think. Because if I didn't, and I just acted like the net was right where it is, it would go into the net. It's hard for me to hit it into the net now just because I've done it so much. But it would normally go into the net, but then when I would aim high, I would get that arc on the ball so that the ball goes up and back down. And it's actually surprising how high I can go and the ball will stay in the court. So you can see that ball was probably, I don't know, at least a net length above the net, probably more. And it has that huge amount of drop on the ball. So just remember, aim 5 net lengths higher than you normally would for a normal serve. And then you won't fall into the problem of continuously hitting it into the net, because all it comes down to is our mind. All right, I hope that was enjoyable and helpful for you guys. If you want to learn how to do the screwball serve, which puts side spin on your serve, click this video right here and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.